Hello, everyone. We are back again. Even if the festival is over in the in person section and the films are still running online, but we are on. We are still on. We are with you. And we have decided to continue the Meet the Filmmakers sessions. And today we are going to talk with the winning filmmakers. We're going to start talking with the winning filmmakers. And today's guests, we have wonderful people from the feature film Asphalt, which was the winner of the narrative feature section. And we have Charlotte Madsen, the director of the film, and Michael Asmussen, the lead actor of the film. And both of them are joining us from Denmark live, and they are in the movie theater where the film is screening right now in preview of its release May 11th in all over Denmark, and they are going to be needed very soon to go and do a live Q&A at the cinema. So before they snatch them away from us, I want to introduce them. There they are. And I want to also introduce Michael Claes from our Socially Relevant Film Festival team, who is going to also conduct this interview with me. All right. So without further ado, let's just have you, Charlotte and Michael, briefly say something about yourselves, introduce yourselves, about something about the film, whatever you want to say. I don't want to say too much about the film because we won't reveal a lot of, we don't want to do spoilers for you. So there you go. I think I'm going to put you on solo layout so you can, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Nora. I'm Charlotte and I'm the director of the film Asphalt. And for me, Asphalt is a very personal film because it's roughly based on my relationship with my father, who used to be a truck driver. And right now, you're right, we are here in Denmark presenting the film all over the country. And we have a tour in 14 days. So we are really enjoying this, to be able to come out to the audience and tell about the film.
Yeah, hello everybody. Hi, I'm Michael. I'm supposed to lean forward so you can hear me. And I'm an actor, so I do. Yeah, it's been such a great ride because right now people are watching the film and they really like it, and it's been really good for me and Charlotte to get this experience. And yeah, now we're just looking forward for all your interesting questions.
Yes, that's very interesting because when we first out of the thing, what did I do? I put everyone out of the. Okay. Yes. Sorry about that little glitch. So, as I was saying, when we first saw the film in our submission section, I was like, wow, this film doesn't look like anything else that we have seen until now. And its uniqueness attracted the attention. But as an actor myself, I always look at the acting, especially with the narrative features, because first of all, acting is also a reflection on the director's skill. A very good director can get the best out of any actor, and a bad director can kill an award-winning actor. So my most secret wish is that I will never be in front of a bad director, and that I will one day have the chance to work with great directors who bring out the best in me. So when I saw that, I felt, wow, this movie is powerful and has a lot to say. So without making too much blah blah, I'll give it to Michael to get into the film and ask you some pertinent questions.
Sure. Thank you, Nora, and congratulations on the opening weeks in Denmark, and the reaction, I'm told, is already very powerful, and the official launch date is May 11th, but it's already being seen and to good response. So that's very exciting. Nora talked about viewing this as an actor. As a producer, I look at and admire the skill of producing a film so efficiently and with such cleverness to get the job done and get the story told, yet have uniqueness and distinctiveness. And I think we'll get to that in a moment. But uh, probably the toughest part about talking about your movie is that almost anything anyone wants to say has to start off with word spoiler alert. We're going to have to no spoilers here, so I won't need to say that, except that there are so many surprises in this movie. Things aren't what they seem. And my question really for Charlotte as the writer, particularly, as you had this collection of surprises, and you had the arc of the story, which, as you said, reflects your father's history and your experience with your father. What was the sequence? Did you match the surprises with the story arc, or did you have the story arc and then see where surprises could be incorporated to really give this movie a unique feel?
Well, the surprises kind of came up later in the process. We started with actually it's a quite funny story because it started out with Michael and I were filming a different film, and he just learned that my father used to be a truck driver, so he kept talking about how amazing it would be to make this film about a truck driver, and he couldn't stop talking. So at one point I said to him, okay, Michael, don't talk about this anymore, because I already have this idea, I already wrote it, and I will send it to you Monday. The only problem was that I had nothing. I hadn't wrote anything. So, but I did that weekend and sent it to him. And well, then we started writing together actually. And then, well, the surprises is a way of telling a way of telling the story, and the theme we're trying to explore. It's yeah, it's a way of storytelling in this film.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, the surprises didn't get in the way of the dramatic theme and substance of the story, to be sure, but it certainly gave it a special flair, as I'm sure you're getting feedback from the audiences and will continue to get that. I guess one other question I had is, Michael, were you ever a truck driver? Is this the first time you drove a truck?
Yes, very. I mean, it didn't take long for Charlotte to make the decision of me having to actually drive the truck in the scenes. So I had to get a driver's license for a truck, and that is not easy, I have to tell you. But I managed to do it, and I think it's one of the things that makes the film so interesting, because I think it was a very good decision from Charlotte's point of view to say, if we do this film in a truck, we have to do it right. We cannot do it in a studio. We cannot do it on roads that are not for real. We have to do this right. And that was, as an actor, a very good challenge to get, first of all, a license, and secondly, do all the scenes while actually driving a truck. And to answer your question, no, I'm never going to be a truck driver, because that would be no good for anybody. It sort of started with the film and it ended with my film. My career as a truck driver.
Okay, well, you did very well. You got to your destination in great order. And Charlotte, you talked again about your history with your father and the connection with the story, and maybe you want to expand on that a little bit. But let me start with: were you ever in the truck sitting alongside him on a long haul, or I mean, was that part of your shared experience?
You mean while filming, right?
No, what as a child, as a,
Oh yeah, yeah. I went with my father. Um, a lot of uh, a lot of time we went through Europe. Uh, so I was sitting at the passenger seat. Like, yeah, that was kind of the. We started to talk about that, Michael and I, how it, especially my last journey with my father, where I think I was 12 or 13 or something, and it was very. I felt it was very claustrophobic to be in that truck with my father, because it's fun for the first kind of maybe half an hour, but then it's, you can't just leave that truck. You're forced to sit there next to a man who's your father, of course, but as a truck driver you're not home that much. We didn't know each other that well, but we came to know each other on that trip. Yeah.
That is such an interesting thing you're saying, because it's so organic when you were creating the story, and you can tell when a filmmaker is writing about something they have no idea about, or when they are writing about something that they have actually physically experienced and lived through. And also, a lot of the situations with the daughter were very authentic, were very real. And even when, little gestures, little things that he says or does, and I was like, wow, this is so, feels so real. It's as though we are with her and Michael in that truck, and you've succeeded in bringing the audience into that little cubicle of the claustrophobic space.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
in a way, that story, the story you told, which took place in a truck, and the truck driver motif, was the critical element. But that's a story that could, in a way, be told in any other setting. Yet you were able to bring out the uniqueness of your own background and your own experience. How long did it take to shoot this movie?
It took 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And one of the things, and I guess part of this is simply the countryside and the environment, but one question I had as I watched it is, how did weather affect your shooting, both in terms of just the consistency of weather and the darkness, because there's a lot of darkness.
Yeah.
Were there any particular challenges there?
A lot. There was a lot of them. But we weren't able to plan when to shoot, because you have to shoot when you can't get the money for it. So, but I was always hoping for winter, because I thought it would bring something to the film, the scenes. So I was very happy about everything about the weather, especially the snow, because it gets dark, but also the snow lightens things up a bit. So it was really nice weather, but of course it was difficult to shoot in that weather and to drive also, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, for an actor, it's very interesting because yes, you're given an additional challenge. You have to keep yourself on the road, and somebody's mic is speaking. I don't know. Is it mine? Uh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Michael, is
This
it you?
this is the mic right here. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know what's.
Yeah. It may be yours, not yours. Somebody. There's a huge static that I'm hearing. No. Anyway, so what I was saying is that from the actor point of view, it's very interesting because you are focused on your role and, of course, who you are, what you are going to say. But additional problem of having to keep your eye on the road and being focused on that because you don't want to get into an accident and die and kill everybody on the spot. Um, wow, we have a serious issue with sound. I do. Yeah, I think it's the mic from Denmark. But it's okay. I'll put you on back. So yeah, so when you are focused on such a big task as making the truck run and not getting into an accident and so on, and keep your eye on the road, then your mind gets off the lines, gets off the acting, and you're liberated, and then you are instead of you act. So can you say something about that process?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Because it's very, very difficult to hear you at the moment because it has a very funny noise. But I think you were talking about the bit of acting while driving and putting all that into the character. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
As I said before, I think it was a really good choice from Charlotte to decide that I was supposed to drive the truck because it gave so much to the character. And I think you know this, Nora, when you have something very specific, a skill or something else that you can add to your character, it just gives you so much. And it actually also gives you a kind of freedom because you have to do something else while acting, while performing, while doing your lines. And I felt it helped me in a way because I thought it helped me getting into character that I actually have to drive the truck because I think if we have done like a lot of people probably would do, make this in a studio, I think I would have lost a lot because it's such a crazy situation to sit 3 weeks in a studio doing a film, a road movie. I mean, we had to get out and do it on the road. So I think I hope that's what I felt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a movie like this needs to be done in a studio. Well, there is some static that's coming from your mic. I don't understand why it's doing that, and we're kind of not very clear with you. When I muted your mic, it's going away, the static, which lets me know that it's from your end. So is there something that you can do with the mic? Are you, I don't know what can be done. Okay.
I think maybe it's your mic.
No,
Can you
no,
try
it's
to say
not
something,
mine.
Michael?
Because when I am muting your mic right now, I am muting your mic and the static is gone. We don't have it anymore. And just now when you were speaking, it was staccated, like cut, 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 like that. So, but in the beginning, it was fine. I don't know what happened that we lost that mic thing. Anyway, let's just keep going.
Yeah, and I've been muted up until now as well. So I'm in. Hopefully, this will come through clearly. But in a way, it kind of relates to my next comment or question, and that is the wonderful idea that you had of having several of the critical characters not visible off camera, and that turned out to be, I think, a very excellent choice because they were so vital to the story, yet you never saw them, you only heard them, which was what drove you to that decision?
No.
Was
It was. Sorry. Sorry. Did you say something?
I muted.
Well, it was something we decided quite early in the process that we wanted to keep the focus on the two main characters in the truck. So we started to try it out in the script only, talking about how it would work, and we decided that we decided to make it work this way because it was interesting. We thought to see those two characters that we usually never see in at least Danish films. So we wanted to put like every focus on them, but still we had the actors that we do not see. We have them on set and they are there, and I hope that brings something to the film that we can still feel that they are actually there, not just in the studio, but sometimes they're actually there.
And what we actually heard from these screenings we've been to now is that the audience have this experience of only hearing a character speaking, and then they make their own pictures, and it's not necessarily the same picture as a neighbor is making. And so it actually adds something to the film because they went out and they asked each other, so where did you see, for instance, my character's girlfriend? Where was she working? Well, she was working this and that. And she, no, I felt she was working like this and that. And I think that worked really well. That you can, as the audience, you can make your own pictures of where they are.
Yeah, it's very.
I agree. It worked.
Yeah.
It was very effective, and it worked very well.
Yeah, what you're saying is very interesting in terms of and the audience gets to do a little bit more work that way and gets more involved and engaged rather than just sitting back and watching and being spoon-fed everything. Yeah. Okay. So how are we doing on time? Because I know you're going to be needed very quickly. So what else can we ask without giving away? Oh, what really struck me is also the desolate highways and rural areas that you chose to film in. Actually, that was also convenient because you don't want to be driving the truck in the middle of traffic. So desolate areas was also very important, but it emphasized the loneliness of this guy. So the character and how alone he is in the truck, driving long stretches of hours and hours. Yeah, we're really having a serious sound problem. We don't know what to do. Yeah. Anyway, do you want to comment on that? Scenery reflecting the inner psyche of the character.
Sorry, we can't really hear what you're saying. Sorry.
Wow, I don't know what to do.
Let me try. And are you hearing me now? No. Okay. I fear the feedback. Yeah. I was going to ask if you get any of this question in the few remaining minutes we have. What is next? What are both of your plans in terms of upcoming projects or work you're going to be doing, both next for this film and also next in your careers?
Well, I'm working on several projects right now. I have 2 feature films that I will hopefully soon be shooting, and it's well, it's not in the truck. I'll say that. Yeah, yeah. You'll probably hear about that. I'll try to send it to the festival, of course.
And Michael, you're anything next on your agenda?
Yeah, I'm in a new feature film that opens in Denmark in about a month, and then right now I'm shooting a new TV series in Denmark. So I'm happy.
Excellent. Well,
There's nothing more beautiful than a happy actor. This is cool. Well, maybe we should let our audience know that Asphalt is due for a nationwide release in Denmark on May 11. I'm going to write it because obviously there is
There's no sound.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. We really, I think it,
We can't hear anything.
I'm sorry now that the sound is completely gone.
yes. Can you hear me? No,
It sounds
it's
like
well. For the benefit of our audience, then we thank Charlotte and Michael for their time. We deeply thank them for this wonderful film, and we hope that those involved with our festival continue to take advantage of the screening opportunity, the streaming opportunity, and that your fellow citizens in Denmark get to the theater and enjoy the film the way it should be seen on a big screen in a theater with a big audience. So congratulations and good luck with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. And we lost Nora. Oh, Nora's here. Nora, you're silent.
I'm trying to see what is causing this terrible static, but I'm not a technician. So thank you so much for joining us. We love to see you again. Please bring back your next movie so we can screen it here and hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.